Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to this week's video. Very excited in this week's video, actually. Really excited, because I don't know if you can see over my shoulder there is a green bag, and that green bag has my 4x5 in it. And I haven't been out with my 4x5 since Christmas, which is completely and utterly unacceptable. However, it has been busy, and my previous video I did go into the reasons why. But this week's video is going to be about 4x5. I've not even brought my digital camera with me. I left it at home. I've got a day today where I can just get on and shoot what I want to shoot. Now, I'm still suffering with my from my fall down the stairs, which is a little bit annoying. Turns out I might have actually got a fracture, which is the reason why it still hurts now. But that aside, I'm still going to get on with it. So I can't walk very far, so I've had to choose a location that suits my walking ability. Now, on my route to work, I've been passing the Quarry. Now, I've known this Quarry's been here for years. In fact, I actually used to work for the company who owns the Quarry. And I've often thought that it looks a really nice place for a photograph. It's got a rail sort of siding that comes into the Quarry, and then it's the exit to the Quarry where all the lorries leave and all that sort of thing. So there's a hive of activity, lots of lorries, lots of, you know, the trains floating around. Hopefully the train will be floating around. Obviously it's not there all the time, but hopefully it's there doing something. And hopefully we can get some decent shots from there. So obviously I'm limited on, I can't just go wandering around in the Quarry, but there is a certain area where you can see quite a bit from the outside of the Quarry, which is good. I've also bought my wife's little pair of steps that she keeps in the house. I haven't told her that, so I'll have to return them before she notices, because there is a little bit of a wall, and I'm going to have to sort of set the tripod up so that it's obviously over the wall, and then be able to get up to actually look through the ground glass to compose and focus. So yeah, we are on our way there now, and yeah, really looking forward to this. I've got Delta 100, which, because of the nature of where the Quarry is in a bit of a valley, I've not gone there sort of first thing. What's the time now? It's sort of quarter past seven in the morning. The sun's up, hoping to get some sunlight in there, but it is going to be dark in places. So I think I'm going to have to uprate the ISO on that 100 film to 400 and shoot a 400, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that comes out. The other sort of thing that's going on in my mind about the filters, not the filters, the film, is the fact that it has been sat in my bag for, well, since just after Christmas, since January. We're now late April, so it has been sat out the fridge in my film holders for that amount of time. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's going to be okay. So I'm probably going to be safe and take sort of 2 to 4 shots in each location, to hopefully, fingers crossed, make sure that I get one decent one that comes out. And not that I want to waste film, but it does give me an excuse to empty my film holders, and just sort of start again when I next go out. So yeah, so let's see what we get. Let's get on with it. Right then, folks, let's see if I remember how to set this up. So let's get on with it. Just show you guys this. There is a train that has just come in, look. I would love to get in and photograph one of them older diesel sort of engines they got there. I mean, I'm not a train person by any stretch of the imagination, but I've really got a thing for those old looking sort of locomotive engines, I suppose. So yeah, right, let's get on with setting this up. Right, I might need a bit of WD-40 on this tripod head. It's been sat about that much, look, that it's now not working. 250mm lens. I already come and scouted this yesterday. Look, extra long cable release, new edition. So it is like riding a very expensive bike. I've managed to set it up on the tripod. It's looking mighty impressive with the tripod fully extended. It is looking mighty impressive. 250mm lens on, new extra long cable release, so that seems to all be working fine. We're going to get on and do some metering now. Like I say, I'm shooting Delta 100, but I'm going to shoot it at 400 just because there's a lot of movement going on down there with lorries coming in and out and that sort of thing. And obviously what I want to make sure, or try and make sure that I do, is to get get everything stopped and not really have any motion blur. So I might struggle with it a little bit. Might have to sort of narrow down the depth of field, I guess, but I don't really want to do that either, because I do want the buildings. In fact, I'll turn you around to show you. So I do want the buildings and the lorries, and obviously the using these train cars and the tracks as sort of leading lines into the shot. I do want to make sure I get that. Now, as you can see, hopefully you'll see down here in the bottom half of the frame, there is that line which is obviously this bridge casting a shadow. So what I've done is I've put some rise onto the lens. So you'll see there, I'll put some rise on the lens just to get me over that shadow, because it looks a little bit messy. So that's what I've done. I'm really hoping that train comes back. So what I'll probably do is take a couple of shots as it is at the moment, and then I'll just hang around for a bit to see if that train comes back out this way, because hopefully it does, and hopefully I'll get a shot with it coming out. So metering wise, if we come back this way, metering wise, I'm going to meter the building, and I mean, a lot of this is looking, apart from the whites obviously, and there is a dark lorry there, it might be gone by the time I get there. It's all looking very sort of samey in terms of dynamic range. So I'm hoping this is going to be a fairly straightforward one to meter. So I'm going to start with a building. I'm going to put that on the yellow building now. I'm going to put that on a mid-tone and go from there and see what we get. So let's get on with some metering. So metering done. I'm actually fairly lucky with this. So as expected, the dynamic range is only a few stops, which is good. So on this, what I've done is I sort of went for the tracks and the ballast down there as mid-tone, which was giving me a reading of 14, and then the sky was sort of around 14 as well. The building was around 14. The sort of brightest part of the shot was a white lorry that was parked in there. That's the brightest it's ever going to get, with the sunlight on that lorry as well. So that was a sort of that was a reading of around 16, and then the darkest part, which is the sort of rocks off to the side and the bushes and all that sort of thing, that there was an EV reading of 12. So all in all, it fits within a few stops here at the bottom. So it gives me some quite good shutter speeds really. So I can work with 1/50th of a second at f/22, which should give me enough depth of field to get all this in focus, or at least the stuff I want in focus. So I'm going to get on. Oh, I can actually see the train just going out now. So I'm going to get on, I'm going to meter this, and well, I'm going to set the camera up, take a couple of test shots, and then yeah, we'll get on and shoot this scene for real. But I can see the train just off in the distance. It's just moved into frame. I won't be able to see it, you won't be able to pick it out, it's not prominent enough in the shot, but I'm hoping in a short while it'll come this way, that it's loading up and it'll come this way with full of ballast or whatever it's carrying and wherever it's off to in the country. But yeah, right. Let's get the camera set up. Right, so here we go. For those people who haven't set one of these lenses up before, obviously got our f-stop numbers down the side, so I'm just going to adjust that to be f/22, as you can see here, and then the red mark, certainly on this lens anyway, indicates the shutter speed. So I'm going to move that. Right, sorry about this. I've really had to move quickly there. So it's 1/125 of a second, 125 of a second. Sorry, I'm rushing a bit now. As you can see in the background here, there is a train. There's one just gone under, but this train here has got the ballast on. So I've got my shutter cocked, and I'm just waiting for him to get into position now. so we can get this shot taken. So I reckon I'm only going to get one shot with this. I reckon I want him to be about there. Beautiful. Right, fingers crossed that actually came out. Like I say, I'm not a trained person, but I'm hoping that sort of came out. So yeah, I just love these. I love that old engine, like I say, and I just love the fact that these are now full of ballast, whatever it is in there, Type 1, shingle, whatever they got going out, and it's heading wherever it's heading. So yeah, managed to get two exposures in there, so fingers crossed it actually comes out. Would be amazing. But yeah, there we go. For those guys who are watching in America, these trains are nowhere near as long as the ones you guys have over there. But yeah, that was exciting. Right, let's have a bit more of a chilled sort of shoot. So keeping the exposure settings the same. Just want to check everything. F22, yeah, that's all fine. So now the train's gone. Hopefully one will come back, you never know. And I'm hoping that came out. I did notice that the camera had shifted in all the excitement. The camera had shifted that way. So I'm not sure if the framing is going to be right on that train coming back this way, which would be annoying, but it's what it is, I suppose. The joy of shooting 4x5. Right, let's take one here. One taken there. I'm going to swap over and take another one. So like I say, I'm unsure on this film that's been sat around in these film holders for as long as it has. It should be fine, but you never know. Just waiting for, there's a Quarry vehicle coming out now. Hopefully he's not coming to tell me to move on. Although I am stood on public land at the moment, so there's not really a lot I can do. But I'm not going to have an argument with him. There you go, drove on by. Right, so that is 4 exposures taken. What I'm going to do now is just write on that I've shot these at 400 speed and not 100, so I don't mess that up later. Right, let's put 400 on these. So delta 100 at 400. There we go. Didn't even label these up properly before I come out. It's bad practice, that is. Delta 100 at 400. Sorted. So at least we know what we're doing later on when it comes to exposing these. So my next composition is down there, and it is touch and go whether it is on their land or not. So I think I'm going to move down there and then come back up here and sort of wait for, well, see if another train comes through a bit later. So fingers crossed one does and we can get a decent shot. Right, let's move on down there. These trains are a lot more reliable than the commuter train service, because here is another one. I didn't even get to go to the bottom. So yeah, this one's just making its way under the bridge in reverse, and then no doubt will be coming back out again. So I think I'm going to end up using most of my film stood up here. But I'm just waiting to obviously see the locomotive end of this. I promise I'm not a train guy. I wouldn't be able to tell you what locomotive this is or the number or anything like that, and I haven't got a black book that I'll write them in. Not that there's anything wrong with doing that, by the way. But yeah, I just find this old sort of locomotive just really nice. I like the industrial look of it with the train cars and all the rest of it. I can actually hear it now. I can hear the end of it just about coming underneath the bridge that I'm stood on at the moment. So yeah, I'll just wait for that to get in position. Which, see the blue one there, I'm waiting probably where Where it is now will be where I take the shot. So you can hear it now underneath, just making its way underneath the bridge. Yeah, there it is, look. What a beautiful old diesel locomotive that is. I'll say old, it might be brand new, I've got no clue. Doesn't look brand new to me. But if he was just a little bit further forward, or a little bit further back, I would say, I'd have that shot. There you go. Beautiful. Right, let's get this in here quickly. Get it changed over. I'll get another shot taken here. Here we go. Beautiful. Right, that's 2 shots taken of that locomotive. Hopefully that footage wasn't too shaky. Difficult to film. I'm just on the DJI Action. I actually got an Action 4 now, so I'm just on shooting on that at the moment. Yeah, just for ease more than anything. I've actually got the DJI mic as well, which is really good because it just connects to this without any issue at all. I don't have to have a receiver or anything like that, which is great. But yeah, so it's a bit of a nightmare because it's not on a tripod, static. I'm hand holding it, so yeah, hopefully it's not too shaky. But yeah, you can see I've got my wife's little step ladder, which is ideal for this situation. And yeah, just want that train to come back now. I think he's probably going to be a while, I should imagine, because he's got to load them carriages up and then come back out. He might come back out without the carriages. I don't know what he's up to, but yeah, I don't know whether to go now, wait down in the bottom there and see if I can get the thing coming back this way. So the only issue with that is I might get moved on, and I don't really want to get moved on. But I feel like I have got some decent shots now from here, so I might just move down the bottom. And would you believe it? Here comes another one. They're busy today with these trains. Like I say, what I really want to do, I don't know if you can see that guy in the orange there, stood there. I want to be down there, that's where I want to be. I think there'll be a really good shot there of all the lorries and sort of train coming back and all the rest of it, but that is definitely inside their land, so I'm not going to be able to get away with that one, although I wish I could. So we're just shooting with the same settings really. No need to change anything. The light's not really changing much. Yeah, well, as you can see here, this one's got some stone on it. Just wait for him to come into frame now. I don't know how long he is. I think I can hear him now underneath the bridge. There he is. Beautiful. Look at that one. I'm enjoying this way too much. All right, here we go. Let's get this shot taken. I'll go out now. Beautiful. Right, let's see if I can change this round quite quickly. I've only got 2 shots left after this. Let's get this one taken before he gets too far back. That's it. Second one taken. Right, this time I am going to go down the bottom and see what I can get, because otherwise I'm just going to use all my film stood up here in the same location. Not that that's a problem, but I would like to get a little bit of variety out of today and into this video. So let's go down the bottom. Let's go down the bottom and see what we can get. So I'm going to get packed up and then I'll see you again while I'm down there. So see you shortly. Right then folks, so here we are at the next location, which is literally just outside the gate, as you can see here. What I'm going for is, you see the train line here. I've got the gate out of the way, I'm hoping. I don't think the gate's in the shot. I have had a good look at it. The train at the moment is just doing some shunting right out in the distance there. I can just see him moving backwards and forwards. So I'm hoping at some point it comes back through this way, or the other little one who's just left comes back with some more, well, some more carriages, or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, so I'm all set up now. I'm just going to do a bit more metering quickly, just to see what I get. But yeah, I'm feeling like it's probably going to be the same setup, so I'm F22 again. Yeah, so let's see what we get. This thing is a bloody pain in the ass because the water is spraying back this way and it is covering my lens, which is bloody annoying. So I'm probably going to have to cover the lens. Oh, now he's aiming at me. He's probably doing that on purpose. Yeah, got to get the keep the dust suppression down, I suppose. Right, let me get my thing out. Just annoying as the wind is quite picking up a little bit now. Yeah, right, I'll just clean this lens off and then I'll be back. Right then folks, he is now coming back. The train, I don't know if you can see him, just about managed to get my lens clean. So let's make sure that everything is shut, which it is. Shutter's cocked. Right, let's get the thing out. Right, here we go. I'll just turn you around. So I'm going to wait until he's about at where that white sign is, where it says MRL. Let's take one here. Right, let's just shut that. Going to have to rush a bit now. He's not going to wait for me. Can't get in there, you bastard. Turn it. Oh no. Disaster struck, people. Oh, he's going back now. All that panic. Disaster has struck though, because the bottom of this film holder has just opened up, annoyingly. Where's he going now? Oh well, I'll have to wait for him to come back. So, I don't know if anyone can spot the issue in this scene. Yeah, I've just moved from over there to get out of the way of this this wheel wash sort of spray thing they got going on here. Over to here, which is in the centre bit. And just shooting through their gates, as you can see here, they're nice and wide, so it's or the bars are nice and wide, so it's just great to be able to get the camera through. And I think it's a bit of a better scene here. So I'm just going to wait for that train to come back down and take the last shot. But yeah, I remember when I was loading this film holder, that I struggled with the bottom of the sort of the flap that's supposed to lock shut when you put the and yeah, for whatever reason, I just struggled to get it to close. So obviously, when I pulled the dot side out, pushed it back in again, the flaps come open, pushed it down, and then when I pulled the whole thing out, this has stayed in. So when I went to compose this, I couldn't work out why I couldn't see anything through the ground glass, and that's because that was still sat behind it. So yeah, so that's a wasted shot, dead shot, so to speak. So annoying, but it happens. So yeah, so we are just really now waiting for that train to come back, and that'll be the last shot of today. So not sure how we're going to be, how long we're going to be waiting. He did just come up here and then reverse back down there. So I'm hoping in a minute he's going to come out of a load of carriages, but we shall see. I can hear him sort of chugging about down there somewhere. I just can't see him. So yeah, hopefully he reappears again soon. Right then folks, so this train is now loitering with some carriages on, and he is moving in this direction. I don't know if you can see him over the top of the camera. There was a lorry just parked in the way, and I was going to just get a little bit annoyed thinking, no, don't park there, it's just in the prime location for this train coming past. So I don't know if you can sort of see if I just put you through the gap there, but there's a sign here and then these carriages, so I'm going to wait. I might wait to the locomotive to sort of get just that side and then take the shot then. Thankfully he's coming through here slow, so should get a good shot, hopefully. Right then folks, here he comes. Let's just wait for him to get in the right position. Shut the dart sliding in now. Here we go. Hold on train. I reckon about there. Too late now, isn't it, if it's not right, because I've just taken the shot. So yes, that is the very last frame from this. But yeah, I really enjoyed this shoot today. I don't know if you could tell. Please go in all right. Oh yes, beautiful. Right, there we go. Let's watch this train go through. Not that I condone this, children, but I do like the graffiti on the side of the train carriages as they're sort of just making their way through there. I think that just adds to that sort of industrial look, and I really do like that. Not that I condone it, children. Behave yourselves. Anyhow, hope you've enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it today. It's so nice to be back out with a 4x5, just giving me that oomph I've needed just to get that motivation back. And this is an absolutely amazing location to shoot. Like I say, I'm a little bit dodgy just stood where I am because I am just inside their boundary but not inside their gate. But yeah, absolutely loved it. If you've liked this video, please leave a like, I really appreciate it. And a subscription to the channel is always appreciated. Please leave a comment below, I do read them, and I do apologise again for not getting back to people, but I will do. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.